You know, everyone talks about how it's all about downloads and going online and listening to music, but you know what? You still got to go to your local record store every now and again because they will find things that you had no idea was out there. And National Record Store Day is taking place this Saturday. And joining me from Slow Train Records are Anna and Chris Brozick and Chase Jensen from Uprock Records. Guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
So how important is this day for you guys to bring attention back to the local record store?
I'd say for us it's a really big day. It's obviously our biggest sales day of the year, but aside from that, we find that it's a really fun time for us to kind of celebrate our customers and like the place that we've created for ourselves in the community. So we just throw a really big party and celebrate like the exclusive releases that labels give us to sell and that bands provide us with, and we just really like to celebrate the customers and share the fun with them because they're the ones that have kept us in business and keep us in business. So. And
how is it that you guys can stay in business in the iTunes era?
That's a mystery to me. I feel like we try. As for I guess most of the independent record stores I know of, it's all community based, and we couldn't do it without our customers, which is why I feel Record Store Day is more of, I guess, a customer appreciation day.
Yeah.
And that's why, yeah, we all throw a party and do something unique.
And, you know, what are some of the things that Slow Train is going to be doing on Saturday?
It's getting bigger for us. It's turned
Every
into
year
like a 3-day.
we try and outdo the last.
Yeah, you're more detail oriented. I feel that.
This year we're celebrating 3 days. We're doing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Wow.
Friday is Gallery Stroll. Tomorrow is our Salt Lake Gallery Stroll. So we'll be having a party down in our basement, which we're converting into a lounge. So we've got a temporary beer license from the state. We're having Red Rock beer on tap all weekend long. Saturday we'll have over 10 live bands playing. We're going to have exclusive releases, a big sale. We'll have food from the Junior League of Salt Lake, which is a fundraising event for them. They're a nonprofit. We will have a sale on Sunday afterwards. It's kind of our hangover brunch. Hoping people will come and help us clean up a little too. We're doing a potluck so customers can bring in some items. We'll still be selling beer, and we'll have 20% off the whole store too. So it's a big weekend for us.
And same thing for you guys over at Uprock?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as big, but we do have a few bands. We have Daniel Day Trio coming down, and we got the Jackalope next door, so we'll be heavily liquored up, I'm sure. So, you know, but yeah, same deal. So,
you know, one of the, I think the hallmarks of Uprock is, and for a lot of local record stores, is still that, you know, you mentioned it's the community thing, but it's also the niche thing. Like you guys focus on hip hop and sort of, you know, the alternative stuff. Talk about, you know, how you're able to, you know, still service that market.
we actually just merged shops with 4th Street Music, so they're dealing with a lot of the music aspect of that, and we're doing more of like the paint and the clothing and stuff like that. But so it's more than just hip hop in the shop now, and they do pretty well. I mean, when we were just doing hip hop, it was pretty tough. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, especially with the downloads. It's really just hard, and there's not that much good hip hop.
But do you, you know, especially, you know, we were talking about this a little bit before the show, is, you know, in the old days, you had to actually have the physical record in order to, you know, mix on your turntables,
it's
and
just
then now.
technology though. Now, I mean, with Serato and iPod mixers and just all that, it's just it's how it goes. It makes it easier. If I could go places without taking my crates of records, I would. But I don't. No, I'm still a record DJ, unfortunately.
And you know, for you guys, also a lot of what you do is promoting local bands as well. Talk about you know, some of the local bands that you've got coming in.
Well, this year for Record Store Day, one of the fun things we did was we partnered with Advanced Media Solutions, which is a local CD pressing company in town. And we sent a bunch of local bands over to them, and they gave them a really great price on Record Store Day releases. So right now we have over 10 local bands that are releasing exclusive pieces just for Record Store Day. There's a compilation being done by the Rock Salt, which Numbs is featured on. I think there are 12 other bands that are going to be on that compilation. We have releases from The Platt, from Glade Sowards, Ren Kennedy, The Devil Whale is doing a limited EP. So there's going to be a lot of really good local stuff that's coming out just for Saturday.
And, you know, in the old days, you know, people came to record stores, you know, because the record store people were the most knowledgeable about music. You know, you think about, you know, High Fidelity, and you know, that really is still the case for, you know, for you guys, right?
Well, in some instances, I guess with the internet, it makes it so a lot of times our customers know more than us. But it's, you know, it's a place where you can talk about it and share. And if a customer knows about a band that we haven't discovered yet, it's fun to kind of let them share that with us, and then we can say, oh yeah, that sounds kind of like VOCs. You should check that out too. And then you've introduce them to a whole nother label and genre of bands that they can check out and really get into also. So it's a lot of back and forth between us and our customers. They teach us a lot, and I like to think that we bring some knowledge to the table too.
It also pushes you to dig deeper and find those bands that
haven't
blown up on the internet or wherever else on blogs.
So what are some of the bands that you're recommending these days to people?
Put me on the spot.
White Hinterland is a really, I feel like this latest record that she put out is going to be her big breakthrough record.
It's a really big one.
It's awesome. And then Here We Go Magic is another one that's an awesome band, and they have an album coming out I think in June, and it's going to be a big breakthrough record for them too. But these are bands that we've loved for years and have always been trying to
local
push.
Or
White Hinterland's from Portland, and Here We Go Magic is from Brooklyn.
And do you guys want to? Do you want to name some? Do you have any local artists other than Numbs that that you want to recommend to people?
Pigpen and Pat May, and they're doing a lot. MC Dusk with Mind State, they're all out on tour right now, a whole national tour. So they're doing some big things. Yeah, everybody, you know yourselves.
You want to give me a local band that people should check out?
Yeah. Actually, there's a band we're going to have play Saturday. They're some young kids, Desert Noises. Really like them a lot. And another band we're having play Saturday who I feel like they just kind of came out of nowhere. I had heard nothing about them. They're called the Continentals, yeah. And their album's
kids.
Great.
They're all really young, and they just make amazing music, and they put out a CD that's like wonderfully produced, and it sounds really professional, so it's awesome.
See, technology isn't all bad. You know, everyone can have a full-fledged 12-track recording studio in their, right there in their computer.
But it's nice that they're still putting it on CD too. It's nice to see like young kids making music maybe in their bedrooms, but seeing the value of putting it on a physical format. So it's exciting.
All right, so tell people where Slow Train Records is so they can come down for all the celebrations.
Sure, we're at 221 East Broadway, and Broadway's 3rd South, so 2nd East, 3rd South.
All right, and Up Rock Records?
Up Rock, we have a new location with 4th Street. It's on 370 South and State Street in Salt Lake.
So, I mean, really, right there in about you could hit one, cruise right over, 5-10 minute walk, and have a great day full of music.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having us.
We've got a whole lot more to come, including more local music from Numbs, as well as some great features and Amy's 7-day forecast, all still to come right after these words.